Welcome back. Hope you guys had a great week. Tonight we got a UFO in Tennessee, a rabbit raccoon, and other creepy videos from all around the world. So kick back, grab a snacks, and let's go.
Är det fett kund? Men, oh my god! Är det kund? Är det kund? Tant.
This person may have actually captured Bigfoot on camera. There's no way this is actually Bigfoot, y'all. This is crazy. If this is real, this has got to be the best evidence I've ever seen. It looks like a Bigfoot, y'all. If this is real, this has got to be the best footage of Bigfoot of all time. Maybe I could see how some people could claim it's a bear, a grizzly bear walking on 2 feet, but it really looks like a bipedal ape, y'all. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. Stay weird.
Well, he really wasn't worried about being seen. He had not a care in the world. But did you see that thing? It was huge. I don't think 100 men gonna win in this fight. At least not without a little assistance.
Huh? Oh, fuck! Now that's how you kill somebody, my brother. You get right up on the motherfucker and play out. Throw his brains all over the sidewalk in broad daylight.
Drop the ball, baby.
You guys ever seen these photos of what washed up on the shore straight off the coast of St. Augustine? No. In the late 1800s, this like unidentified creature thing washed up on the shore. It's like 18 feet long. But what's super interesting is they said it had 7 legs and a tail. But as like research has continued on this creature, they're surmising wasn't a tail, it was the 8th appendage. And most of the octopus-like arms had been cut pretty short. You know, when you think about some of the earliest stories of creatures like this, or like the pirate era.
Reckon.
Yeah, they're saying because of the size of this thing, and if it were an actual octopus, the tentacles could have been like 100-foot long. Because they're like, you can see them in the photos, but they're like this big around at the nubs. They took samples and they compared it to octopus, and they're calling it a giant octopus. That's what it is. Well, but yeah, this is right off the coast, right off St. Augustine. So all those pictures we see of pirates and stuff, that is real. And for some reason, we don't know about it.
Oh my gosh.
Where's the rest of those suckers?
Uploaded an image of this train. It was accused of being AI and fake. But a simple Google search will tell you that the steamliner Mercury train was in fact very real. And it was in operation right up until 1959. So really not even that long ago. And while its first service was in 1936, I wonder if it is simply a recreation of pre-reset old world technology. As a lot of Art Deco and steampunk styles could come from the Tartarian era. And if you're familiar with Tartaria, then you're probably already aware of the idea that a lot of rail tracks were simply dug up and found and not laid by us, because an advanced civilization already existed prior to us. And as you can see, the interior of these trains were far more spacious and comfortable than the cramped modern forms of transport.
Mom, there's a raccoon fighting an alligator or something! Mom! Hey, break it up, man! Break it up, man! You're gonna catch rabies from that thing!
Yeah, I don't blame him, possessed or not. Raccoons cannot be trusted. You can never trust an animal that's born with a mask and steals all your shit.
So this lady says spiders know your daily routine. And if you happen to see a spider in your house, it's because you're not sticking to the daily routine. Huh? So basically what she's saying is spiders know when you come inside the house and go outside the house. They time you and then they come out when you're gone and they do the shit they do. And if you happen to see a spider, that means you're on the spider's time. You heard what I just said? And my only question to that is, why am I the only person paying rent then? Because if you know my time schedule, you know when I go out the house and you utilize my house when I'm not in my house, yeah, right, you get it. Now, my next question is, how did you know that? How did you find out that spiders know our daily routine? You see, that's some information that I didn't need to know. Reason being, because I'm the type of person that I want to find shit out. And of course, just like anybody, I've seen a couple of spiders in my house, so I'm saying to myself, Were they waiting for me to leave? Or was I not supposed to be there? Now, I'm watching out for spiders. I don't care about insects. Not scared of them, none of that. See them, I get rid of them. But now, I'm watching for spiders. I'm out.
Would your wife know your ATM PIN code? No?
No.
Lie to me. Do not tell me your real ATM PIN code. Make up a fake 4-digit number.
2020.
How'd I do, Joe? Is that your ATM PIN code?
Yeah. That's weird. I'm skeptical because I got that PIN code in the mail. You know?
He's calling his bank right now and be like, Joe, do you know this? Has this guy been playing the long game?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Or at least he's spending his time wisely. I mean, let's face it, it ain't nothing else to do at the airport for 2 hours. It's important not to skip leg day, but it's also important not to be wheeled out in the wheelchair in the process.
You're about to go somewhere far. I don't know. She said if she walked over here, you still on the stream. She couldn't walk over here. She said she told you to get off. You said what? She told you to get off. She said she gonna walk over. She's like, you better not get on the stream. I just told her to get off. She said she's coming. Don't tell. I ain't trying to get no whooping, bro. Get a whooping. Stream today, y'all. Damn. She coming. She coming. What am I supposed to do? I think he off. You want me to get up?
That's crazy work.
I gotta go, y'all, before I get whooped. I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the stream.
Spooky dogs. I don't know what this is. This doesn't look like relish. This looks like ooze. This is a glyculator that was dropped on a barbershop carpet. Full food poisoning and diarrhea included as well. Because what in the hell? Someone said this is that shit that crabs use to kill the health inspector. Why does every great comment section is filled with SpongeBob references? Shout out to every comment section for being about the culture, for reals, because SpongeBob is the culture. Someone said pube dog drizzled with vomit.
I really hope that's AI, because if it's not, then it's true. People will buy just about anything, even if it got dingleberries on it. I guess the 5-second rule don't apply to this one since it's already been on the floor.
Hold formation. 5 seconds, lads. Charge! Not again. We've lost the battle, but not the war.
Food. And lo and behold, the first restaurant I stop at, these serving bird's nest. And on the next page, just had shark back on the meat. Squidward on the kebab. SpongeBob. At this point, the munchies has kicked in, and I'm just looking for something that looks familiar. Our uncle's gonna be the solution the way he was whipping it up. Until I realized he was deep frying bro from Nemo. And now I'm walking, second guessing my exotic dinner decision. And I really thought that I was cooked after I started seeing scorpions on the stick and maggot macaronis. God no! I kept searching until I finally found some chicken dumplings. Something a little less foreign. And also on the side, a classic top favorite. Mango sticky. Then unexpectedly, I had to use the bathroom. Drop off a couple turds, but oh no, the toilet is integrated with the floor. Now, y'all comment down below if y'all want to see more Thailand content.
What do I call myself? Some idiot professor type pulled apart one of the new Nest thermostats that they were selling and found that they had put a microphone into it without telling anybody. Now, around the same time that they're installing microphones into...
Wait. This was the one that you purchased?
No. This is another professor type.
Another professor type.
Another lunatic like me.
Purchased a Nest.
To investigate it. To find out why the question at the time was, why would Google be so interested in Nest?
Yeah.
Well, the reason they were interested is because it gets put in people's homes, and they were submitting patent applications at the time for new methods of analyzing sounds within the home. So, for example, just by picking up on sounds coming from the bathroom, you can tell whether the kids are brushing their teeth enough. Sounds from the bedroom, that tells you a lot of stuff, including whether the sex life is any good or whether the relationship is failing.
Are people waking up to the fact that music has been brainwashing us? Watch this.
Really gonna sit here and try to tell us that the reason that the music ain't musicking is because of the algorithm. As if we forgot about what happened with Drake last year. As if we forgot about Tom Hanks.
Yep.
As if we don't know who you guys really are now. As if you forgot about your own allegations. We don't care. You guys signed a 360 deal. You guys are signed to the beast.
The devil.
What do you not understand? Hip-hop has already reached a peak. I was back in early 2000s, up to 2016. 2016 was it. That was it. The last bit of good, decent artists was SoundCloud rappers. But we found out. We found out that you guys have been hypnotizing us and mind controlling us through the music. Yep. We found out that y'all been casting spells and curses on us. The truth has been revealed. This is Revelations. Revelations means to be revealed. We see it now. You guys are doing Shwaytanic stuff, okay? And we found out that the Met Gala ain't nothing but a Shwaytanic initiation.
Yeah, but
I don't understand if you understand the times that we are in, but you need to take a look around, or you need to ask one of your family members who's still down here in the trenches with us.
There's definitely something going on with the music these days. Back when I was a kid, everybody just seemed happier. Now everywhere you go, you're getting honked at, and if a song is terrible, they gonna play it on the radio 1,000 times and you have to like it.
Welcome to your relaxation time. Let this wonderful 80s classic soothe you. Just a nice, warm, happy time. Happy, happy, happy. Ha, 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 ha. Nothing to worry about at all. Just relax.
Was anything published? Was anything made public about this? And was anything like?
Why am I even talking to you? I mean, you are a Google affiliate.
Yeah, but I'm a useful idiot. So now this is the only way I can learn how to fix shit. So now I'm going to get rid of all of it. So I'm thanking you for being here.
One of my sons gave to another of my sons for his birthday.
This is the problem. It's so hard to escape their ecosystem. Sorry, continue.
23andMe, which is now on the verge of bankruptcy, and it was founded by the wife of one of Google's founders. And so one of my sons gives to another of my sons 23andMe for his birthday, and I said to him, I would suggest that you throw that away. And I explained why. Because that is how Google, is one of many methods Google has come up with in recent years for getting your people's DNA information into personal profiles. If you can get DNA info in there, its value goes up and up and up as more discoveries are made about DNA. And basically, you can figure out what diseases people are prone to that they haven't even gotten yet. You can also figure out which dads have been cuckolded. DNA, think about how much we know about DNA right now, but then think ahead a year, 2, 5 years. The DNA doesn't change. Right. So that data that's solid gold that goes up in value, like the value of gold itself. It just keeps going up in value. So Google has invested in companies that collect DNA, and at one point they they volunteered to run the nation's national DNA repository without charge.
That was very nice of them. Kind of them, yeah.
Very, very nice.
This is the King of Thailand, and beside him stands his fourth wife. Behind them, servants and guests remain perfectly still, frozen in ritual. But what's truly unfolding here is far from ordinary. To reach His Majesty, you don't walk. You crawl. On your hands and knees like a worm from the door to the throne. A throne unlike any other, sculpted entirely from elephant tusks. Seated upon it is a man who believes himself not just royal, but divine, half human, half god. Touch him, and you risk punishment. Look him in the eyes, and you could spend 15 years behind bars, guilty of nothing more than a forbidden glance. They call him the richest monarch alive. His empire worth over $40 billion. More than 300 luxury cars, 40,000 estates, private jets, golden yachts, and rituals so extravagant, they seem torn from the pages of 1001 Nights.
Crawling on your hands and knees is diabolical. He may be worth $40 billion, but that ain't gonna mean nothing once one of your wives run across her passport, bro.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America, America, beautiful. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Who wants to come back with us to America?
Talk about Real ID.
Real ID.
Real ID.
Real ID.
Real ID. And it is a federalized identification system that everyone in the nation will have to have in order to fly domestically. They've been trying to pass this since the 80s in China. They had already passed a nationwide identification system. So everyone has something very similar to the Real ID in China. The next step was the social credit score. They gave like a list of things that happens to lower your credit score. So court rulings, so like refusing to pay debts, criminal convictions, traffic violations. So I saw one thing, jaywalking can ruin your social credit score. And those cameras catch it all too. Everything. Then unpaid taxes or fines. If your credit score gets lowered, that bans you from flying on a plane, a train, sometimes even a bus. It keeps you from enrolling your children in private schools, applying for certain jobs or promotions. They can slow down your internet speed. Just little inconveniences to make your life miserable. They literally have like a LED screen board like in this one city, and they just display faces and names like this person jaywalked, like they're just a terrible person, and like it's like public shaming.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
The animal that in the morning goes on 4 feet, at noon on 2 feet, and in the evening on 3 feet. Those who fail to answer her riddle, she destroyed. All right? It says there is another answer to the riddle of Sphinx that's revealed by consideration of the Pythagorean values of numbers, which is a thief. Pythagoras is a thief. Show you right. And it says the 4, the 2, and the 3 produce the sum of 9. The 4 represents the ignorant man, the 2 the intellectual man, and 3 the spiritual man. Infinite humanity walks on 4 legs, evolving humanely on 2 legs, and of the power of our own mind redeems and illuminates magnets as the staff of wisdom. The Sphinx is therefore the mystery of nature, the embodiment of the secret doctrine, and all who cannot solve her riddle perish.
Oh, there is a UFO. There is a UFO in Tennessee. There is a UFO in Tennessee.
Well, thanks for the PSA. I really do hope they come in peace. But if it's all men on board, then they can only be looking for one thing.
Okay, so let's rewind this a little bit, okay? So you crash here, I find you, take care of you, we're broing out, and this whole time, you could speak. You said titties, man. You said titties.
Speaking of governments and stuff, I saw this. This was crazy. In this one region of France, this 52-year-old farmer, 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭, made a remarkable discovery. A gold deposit on his property, estimated of a worth of 4 billion euros.
Oh my God.
When was this?
Let this happen to
Recently.
me.
Basically, long story short, France is like, a lot of money. Doesn't belong to you.
Of course.
It's called the mining code. All subsoil minerals belong to the state, not the landowner.
Yeah.
Baloney! As a result, the government of France took this gold away from this man that was on his land.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone. That's crazy, though. How mad? It's your property. 4 billion euros worth. That exists here too, though.
It does.
Like a lot of people, they sell. There's like cattle rights and there's mineral rights, not just the land. So you can buy the land from someone to build a home, but if there's oil found, the original seller can maintain mineral rights. Like anything under the ground is still theirs. This land is your land. It doesn't belong to me. Even if I find a lot of gold, please don't shoot me.
Did you hear that? The Ethiopian Bible is older than the King James. And thank you. That's exactly right. The argument that colonialism brought Christianity to Africa is completely wrong. Why is it completely wrong? Because Christianity was already in Africa before Europe. Christianity was in Africa before Europe. And one thing you need to know is that Christianity is not a European religion. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They didn't bring Christianity to Africa, they brought edits. Before Europe ever touched the Bible, Ethiopia already had it. Complete, preserved, and full of books that you probably never even heard of. Over 1,000 sacred texts were deleted from the Western version, like the Book of Enoch, Jubilees, and the life of Adam and Eve. But the Ethiopian Bible still has them. Look, 88 books, not 66. Today I was reading the Book of Enoch chapter 7, and what I read, TikTok would flag it. So just pause it and read it for yourself.
Do you remember that man who risked his life to reveal a dark secret? He decided to defy them all and fly straight to Antarctica to uncover what's really hidden there. At first, everything seemed normal. His plane followed its route. Then suddenly, he changed direction, heading deep south into a forbidden zone. Thousands watched live as he landed near a giant ice wall. But behind it, strange shapes appeared. Black towers, glowing lights, and mysterious structures buried in the ice. For a few silent minutes, he filmed in shock. Then the stream cut off. Soon after, the authorities announced his arrest for flying illegally over Antarctica. Since then, silence. No photos, no proof he's alive. 2 weeks later, a message appeared on his account. If you're reading this, I'm no longer free. Antarctica is not what you think. Behind the ice lies a truth they don't want you to see. Some say strange signals still come from that same spot. Others swear they've seen shadows moving behind the ice. Search it yourself. The man who flew over Antarctica.
How does this guy have any clients? Because like me personally, if I was in the waiting room and I start to hear screeches from the depths of hell coming from the other room, I wouldn't be waiting another 25 to 30 minutes for my turn. No, I would be getting out of there instantly, and I'd probably call the police.
I can't tell if they're trying to crack it or break it. They may be professionals, but you want to make sure the walls are soundproof. Not because of the screaming, but just in case he let one out.
So I'm going to add a little pressure now, sir. It's all right. It's perfectly natural. That was you. Yeah, I know, but it's still perfectly natural.
Alright guys, thanks for watching another round of creepy videos with me. If you'd like to go ahead and hit that like button for me, make sure to comment on your favorite clips and join the space crew, because we rocking.